Come along with me as I attempt to explore the difference between Ryobi and Makita and get betrayed by my editing software.
Hey, if you're like me, you may not have a lot of cash you could just throw into a new cordless drill if your current one takes a dump. So here you are with the project to finish. What do? I have a Makita Impact, cost over $200. This Ryobi cost $59. Of course, the battery in the charger I already had. It was gifted to me. Can you call a curse a gift? I don't know. It was so cheap I could not buy it and give it a try. I know, look at the shadows. I'm the captain of the shadow. Captain Shadow? What are you gonna do? It's model PCL 235. Upon further investigation, it is obviously not brushless. Probably why it costs so little, and it's Ryobi. So there's that. So wouldn't be, look at that. See that cool flash? First indication it's not brushless. And the price, probably. Power-wise, if you stick around to watch the screws being driven, it's not bad. One drawback also in the fact that it's Ryobi, that's one drawback. Another drawback is the fact that it does not come with the cool little hook belt clip thingies. You gotta buy those extra and install them. They do not come with the drill they do not come with the device. You get the cool Ryobi grip inserted thing. This is the 1.5 hour battery, but my opinion is for stuff around the house, not bad. It's not as short, it's not as compact, it's not as cool looking, doesn't feel as good as my other stuff, but not terrible. Bit hole, you gotta pull on it to insert it. No, it's not called the bit vagina, so stop. So, yeah, you know what I mean, you could do worse. If you're doing something at home, when you compare it to the Makita, it's bulkier, yes, doesn't have the belt clip. I'm concerned with how it performs, especially if I need something at home in a pinch that I need to, fix something I did wrong. That's a common thread. I don't know. I'm gonna show you some screwing things is sometimes what I do. I'm a guy, what can you say? Earlier, I was on a job where laying pipe. So, I'm a guy, lay pipe. What can I say? Anyway, you can't argue with a good deal. And let's see how it stacks up against my beautiful Makita. This is model PCL 235. One difference between my expensive Makita little collet, it doesn't latch in until you have to pull on it and pull the release there to get it in. The Makita, big difference, pull the release there to get it in. The Makita, big difference, just locks in. That's a slight annoyance, pull the release there to get it in. If you spend a lot of time doing the same thing and not replacing bit holders or bits, not a problem. But if you're in and out all the time like I am, doing different things, sometimes it can be a little annoying. Another thing that I noticed is another reason it was such an attractive buy was the battery I already had a battery. The Makita comes with the little hooks, the little belt grabber things. Boom, you just mount them. Ryobi has the hole for it, doesn't come with it. So another thing, one's blue, one's green. I've got a Metabo, it's green. This is one of the most comfortable things I've ever put my hands on as far as a tool. This little Metabo triple hammer seriously feels fantastic. That's my favorite part there. That's why a lot of times I grab the Metabo on the job because I'm in and I'm out. I need to drive some screws. I need to pull things out, put them back. I'm gonna grab the Metabo. It's just really light and it's just fun to use. I don't think I'll take this to work. It'll probably stay home. It's heavy, it's big, it's bulky. I mean, look at the size compared to my 40-volt Makita. It's not as heavy as the heavy 40-volt Makita, but it sticks out further. It just actually feels weird. But I was talking to someone at work, and they're like, well, hey, they were bagging on Ryobi. I mean, I can bag on Ryobi as good as the next guy, but for $59, let's say my drill takes a dump and I don't have, what if I lose, I've lost tools before, what if I lose this? Or what if I'm down to one drill because I've sold something and I lose my Impact or something like that? This might be my option. And I think for many things, I mean, I drove some screws with it, it works just fine. So that's my 2 cents there. Metabo, working with a DeWalt bit holder. Makita 40 volt, the GDT01 40 volt max. The Makita is much quieter, by the way. Ryobi's the loudest. You don't have modes with this. You don't have modes. So maybe leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Do you have a Ryobi? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you afraid to say you have one? No judging here. And, maybe come back and check out some of my other tool stuff. I am charging forward, whether you like it or not. And yes, once again, I'm aware of the terrible lighting in here. Suck on it. Or don't. Anyway. What can you do? With the triple hammer, you've got like 3 or 4 modes. I could be wrong, but you've got modes. Makita's got like 4 modes, I believe. It is a joy. I've got it on the slow one. It reverses fast, drives slowly. We're gonna pump it up a little bit, if I can remember how to do that. Oh! You could dry your hair, if you had hair. You could dry your hair with this. That's amazing. Ryobi. That felt good, and that felt professional. There we are, level 3, Metabo. Oh, it just brought it on smoothly. I like it. Okay, 40 volt. Whoa. It's not brushless. Check it. See that? Nothing in there. Beautiful. This is, oh, that wind feels good. For a non-brushless 18 volt, what do you even say on the box? Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. Let's figure it out. Let's find the box. Claims to have 1800 inch-pounds, but for a non-brushless tool, it actually performs really well. That's just on one, couple screws. But folks, I would say this is probably the strongest brushed impact I've had, but it makes sense now why it's so cheap. It's brushed. I think they make brushless. I should compare the brushless versus the brushed, see how that does. But is there a point? Sometimes it's like, why should I waste spending money on all these tools? If I'm grabbing a quick, easy to go impact, I'm grabbing the Metabo. It just feels, if you grab one of these, if you hold on to one of these, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you use it, it feels really good. It just feels, I don't know, just like it's meant to be in my hand. It's crazy, that's what she said. If I need juice, if I need power, if I need options, if I need adjustability, I'm going with the Makita 40 volt. It's that good. And of course I have an 18 volt, but I just didn't bring my batteries in. I have the XDT 19. It's got a lot of adjustments on it as well. See, right there. This is equally as impressive as this one. They're both very good. But in a pinch, not bad. It's actually a fine tool to have around the house, the Ryobi. I wouldn't take it on a job site, Ryobi, but I plan to do a lot of things around the house. So Ryobi it is. Ryobi, you keep it here. It'll be my household driver. Not bad. It's kind of bulky and heavy, but it's got the 1+. I think they did that so all the Ryobi people can have a +1, right? It's the only way they're gonna have a +1 is with the 1+. Maybe not. It's pretty simple. The results are, it does what it does, and for the price, not bad. There you go. The best, Makita 40 volt. 18 is gonna be real close. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. It's like $220 for this. Like $220. These have the glow-in-the-dark ring. I don't know if I'll ever need that. I have another one that doesn't. My second choice would be the Metabo HPT triple hammer. This is the earlier version, and I know it's only got the tiny little battery on it. I like black and gray, I really do. Fantastic. At the bottom of the list is the Ryobi. Ryobi down at the bottom. I think Ryobi is Japanese for made in China. It all comes from China. It's all come from China. Quite frankly, from China. There you have it. That's my 2 cents on the Ryobi versus the other tools. Can you use it to do a job around the house? Of course you can. Is it respectable? I think in my opinion, it kind of is. Do I think it's gonna last? I wouldn't take it on a gas plant. This is not brushless, the explosions, right? I like my work to be explosive in a way, but not that way. Ryobi, I'd give it a 5 on 1 to 10. I do want to compare it to the brushless one. I really want to see what the difference is. So yeah, I'm gonna scrape the funds up for that in a few months probably. But if you don't have a ton of money lying around, or if you need to divert your funds to something else, Ryobi's a fine choice, especially around the house. You're not really gonna go wrong. If you can swing these nicer tools, great. But don't let anybody knock you for having a product that costs less money, because that's a smart choice. It still does the job. Ain't no shame in that. Maybe you could subscribe. I wouldn't mind. So like, dislike, don't dislike. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's build a group. Let's build a coalition of doers. Guide my screw. I'm holding it. That's phenomenal. Solid. Decent for sure. Now go away. Folks, all kidding aside, $59. You can do a lot worse with $59. So, not terrible. For work around the house, if you are into work around the house and you already have something that's Ryobi, I think it's worth it. Personally, would I take it on a job site and use it in front of people I know? No. But, I mean, I'm probably preaching to the choir. This is not new information. You've seen the results. You've seen it works just fine. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that use Ryobi at home. Let me know, comment. Let me know, what are you using? Do you have Makita? Do you have Ryobi? What are you using your Ryobi for? Where has it come through for you? Where has it failed for you?